The sprawling void of space stretched infinitely, punctuated by shimmering nebulae and distant stars that formed a breathtaking mosaic of light. The scout ship Aeon's Vigil glided silently through the periphery of the Orion sector, its sleek hull reflecting faint starlight. Inside the cockpit, Commander Elias Rourke adjusted the controls with practiced precision. The hum of the ship's engines was a comforting constant, countered only by the faint blip of sensors scanning the emptiness. A faint haze of cosmic dust enveloped the sector, giving the area an almost ethereal glow, as if the void itself was alive and watching. The sense of isolation was palpable, but so too was the weight of the mission. Its pilot, Commander Elias Rourke, stared at the sensor display, the green and amber hues casting ghostly shadows across his face. Humanity had survived countless trials, but what his scanners picked up now threatened to break even his hardened resolve. The Intergalactic Coalition, a unified conglomerate of alien empires, had deployed an armada. The target was unmistakable: Earth. For years, Earth had been cloaked under the Silent Veil, a defense mechanism of unmatched sophistication. It rendered the planet virtually undetectable, hiding humanity from its enemies. But now, the veil had flickered. A brief anomaly had revealed Earth's location, and the Coalition, long harboring resentment for humanity's unyielding resistance, saw their chance. Elias's comm system crackled to life, and a cold mechanical voice echoed, "Commander Rourke, this is Fleet Command. Your report has been received. Return immediately for briefing." The veil breach changes everything. Acknowledged, Elias replied, suppressing the fear clawing at his chest. As the Aeon's Vigil turned, a memory surfaced: the last invasion 30 years ago. Humanity had been outnumbered and outgunned, yet it had endured. This time, though, the enemy was prepared. The Coalition's armada would leave no room for miracles. Flashback scene: 30 years earlier, the Coalition's initial assault on Earth had ended in humiliation. Commandant Exulthar of the Sagian Legion, a towering, amphibious species whose bioluminescent skin glowed faintly in patterns that conveyed his emotional state, had led the invasion. Driven by a deep-seated ambition and an unrelenting desire to avenge the Sagians' past defeat, Exulthar was both a brilliant tactician and a ruthless enforcer. His personal motivations were steeped in a mixture of pride and a need to prove his worth to the Coalition, as well as an almost obsessive fascination with the humans who had defied him. Confident in their technological superiority, the Sagians underestimated humanity's ingenuity. In a desperate gambit, humans exploited Earth's unique electromagnetic field, creating a planetary-wide EMP that crippled the invaders' ships. What followed was a brutal guerrilla campaign that decimated the Sagian forces. The aftermath left scars on both sides. For humanity, it was a bittersweet victory. Billions had perished, cities were razed, and ecosystems shattered. But for the Coalition, the defeat was a stain on their collective pride. The memory of human defiance burned deep, and the name Earth became synonymous with danger. In the present, Elias arrived at the hidden fortress of Nyx Prime. Deep beneath the surface of Europa's icy crust, this stronghold served as humanity's nerve center. Its exterior was a labyrinth of reinforced ice caverns, interwoven with steel and carbonite fortifications designed to withstand both environmental pressures and direct attacks. Inside, the structure glowed with the hum of advanced machinery, its corridors lined with translucent conduits carrying streams of energy. The nerve center itself was a sprawling command hub, with tiered platforms overlooking a central holotable displaying a dynamic three-dimensional projection of the galaxy. Every detail of the stronghold reflected humanity's resourcefulness and determination to persevere against impossible odds. The room buzzed with activity as analysts parsed intercepted Coalition transmissions. The briefing was grim. "The Coalition's fleet will reach Earth in 48 hours, Admiral Yelena Tevetkova began, her voice steady despite the tension in the room. "Their flagship, Dominion's Wrath, is carrying a weapon, a planet killer." Elias leaned forward, his jaw tightening. "What's our countermeasure?" Admiral Tsvetkova's eyes met his, a flicker of uncertainty breaking through her stoic mask. "Project Luminary." The room fell silent. Everyone knew the name, but few understood what it entailed. Revealing the artifact, deep within Nyx Prime, Elias and a select team were led to a secured vault, its entrance sealed by layers of interlocking mechanism. The door itself shimmered with an iridescent sheen, hinting at a material far beyond human metallurgy. Glyphs of alien origin pulsed faintly along its surface, reacting to the presence of the team like a living entity. Security drones hovered nearby, their sleek, matty black frames bristling with advanced weaponry, ensuring no unauthorized entry. Inside, the vault opened into a chamber bathed in an ambient, golden glow. The artifact rested at its center on an obsidian pedestal, its crystalline structure radiating an ethereal light that seemed to hum with a rhythm almost like a heartbeat. The sheer aura of the room commanded reverence, as if the artifact itself was aware of its significance. Inside rested the artifact, a crystalline structure pulsating with an ethereal light. It wasn't of human origin. Discovered in the ruins of an alien civilization on Proxima Centauri b, it defied all attempts at analysis. The artifact, Dr. Amina Voss, the head scientist, began, is not a weapon. It's a seed. Elias frowned. A seed? Dr. Voss nodded. It contains a compressed matrix of humanity's collective consciousness, our knowledge, history, art, and emotions. If activated, it will scatter this essence across the galaxy, embedding fragments into the fabric of space-time itself. Admiral Tsvetkova stepped forward. The Coalition seeks to erase us. This ensures we'll be remembered. Elias's gaze hardened. And the cost? Dr. Voss hesitated. The process requires a living host to act as a catalyst. The host's neural patterns will guide the transmission, but the strain... She trailed off, unable to meet his eyes. Climactic action, the Coalition's armada descended upon Earth. Shielded by the silent veil, humanity's fleet engaged the invaders in a desperate battle. Elias piloted the Eon's Vigil, leading a squadron of fighters in daring hit-and-run attacks. In the chaos, Elias received the order he had dreaded. Commander Rourke, report to Nyx Prime immediately. He knew what it meant. The artifact had to be activated, and he had been chosen as the host. Leaving the battle behind, Elias docked at Nyx Prime. The facility trembled under the Coalition's bombardment as he entered the vault. Dr. Voss and Admiral Tsvetkova awaited him. Elias, Voss began, her voice breaking, you're our best chance. Without hesitation, Elias stepped into the activation chamber. As the artifact's light enveloped him, he felt an overwhelming surge of memories, emotions, and voices. Humanity's essence flowed through him. His last thought before the chamber dissolved around him was of Earth, its blue skies, vast oceans, and indomitable spirit. Resolution, the artifact's activation unleashed a brilliant wave of energy, cascading across the galaxy. Coalition ships were immobilized, their systems overwhelmed by a flood of human memories and emotions. The invaders, once resolute, were left stunned, their hatred dissolved by the raw beauty and complexity of humanity. On Earth, survivors emerged from shelters to witness the spectacle, a shimmering aurora that painted the skies. Though Elias was gone, his sacrifice ensured humanity's legacy endured. The Coalition, humbled and fractured, retreated, their leaders haunted by what they had experienced. Centuries later, fragments of humanity's essence inspired alien civilizations in profound ways. On the crystalline worlds of the Sylvari, these fragments ignited an artistic renaissance, with luminescent murals depicting Earth's epic struggles and triumphs. The Tyrax, once a warlike species, were moved by the human ethos of resilience and began an era of peaceful exploration, charting new galaxies in honor of the lost Earth. Even the Stoic Arinthe developed a form of poetic storytelling, drawing on humanity's capacity for love and sacrifice. Across the stars, these fragments became the seeds of cultural transformation, reshaping civilizations with the memory of Earth's unyielding spirit. The galaxy remembered Earth not as a threat, but as a beacon of resilience and hope,